Hello. Me and my friends, Atlyx, Promethean, and Lorcanic, are going to be listening to the Edge of Fate soundtrack for the very first time. We did already hear 7 tracks from one of the reveal streams that Bungie did, but everything else is going to be a completely brand new listening experience for us. So without further ado, let's go.
Hello, everyone. This is not the usual format we do this in. Typically, our friend of the channel, Rosa Nagashi, live streams these on YouTube. She might have also doubled to Twitch. I don't remember. Last year, for the final shape, we actually did a week-long listening party of every single piece of music in every intensity in the entire franchise, leading up to the big one, the final shape. A lot of people do actually go back and watch these things, like, well after the fact. This is also a different soundtrack album in that this is done not by the famous name Michael Salvatore. He's not here for this one. Also, Michael Seacrest, he and Salvatore were both laid off in October 2023. Common misconception, Michael Salvatore was not their music director. He was never their music director. That was Sky Lewin's job, who also left Bungie a few months after the layoffs. This music is being handled primarily by the other team, or the other half of the team, I should say, who have been doing all of the music since Shadowkeep, with almost everyone on the team having contributed, actually everyone, in fact, having contributed before then. So it's Josh Mosser, Rhoda Moav, Peter Schlosser. So that's the team doing it, and they're joined by Brendan Williams, who had not composed for Destiny since having only written 2 tracks in Forsaken, but they were big ones. Brendan Williams was the composer of Keep of Voices, the famous Riven track. So he is now back in a major role for this. Without further ado, are we good to start?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right.
So we have heard this track before. I'm very curious if what we heard was the full thing. I'll turn it down just a little bit. Okay, it is a slightly different edit than what we heard. This is the track that'll play in the first campaign mission. It is interesting it is track 1. Usually the title screen track is there. This definitely has less layers than the version we heard. This part was when it started to get more intense with a lot louder drums than this. Okay, those are the drums I was expecting. Also, I forgot to mention, this is Brendan Williams' piece. Brendan is back. It's always a staple to have Guardian. I forgot I'm supposed to be playing bingo.
Williams, my
That was
goat.
track 1.
Damn, that was a strong start.
That mix is different from how it was on the stream.
Yeah, it was.
So, do we think that this is title screen music?
I
definitely
don't
think so.
I
With
don't
how
think
that
so.
intro is, like that intro is perfectly timed to like the Bungie logo and all that. This is 100% title track.
I'm gonna say no.
This would be the first title track since Warmind to not be named after the expansion, yeah?
Yeah, indeed.
Because Warmind was a god on Mars. I'm so glad Brendan's back on the team, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely does not miss.
He doesn't miss, and like you compare that to Keepa Voices, a track that's like 6 years old at this point, and you're like, yeah, that's him. That is undoubtedly just him.
Just before we start the next one, actually, I just want to say I don't think that is a title screen track. Reason being is that's the track that plays in the first mission. Unless it's like a dual type thing where like the track plays in the title screen and it plays in the mission. Maybe.
At some point, they could pull another Age of Triumph, and they just update the title screen to say Destiny 2 and nothing else in perpetuity, other than they just play Inner Light or Guardian. And that's just the title screen permanently now. They could do that at any point.
Yeah.
All right, let's start.
Okay, we've heard this one too. I really like how creepy that opening is. And this is our first Peter Schlosser track. Yeah, I believe both of these pieces we've heard, and Invitation was the one we just heard before this. And then this one, Dented Helmets and Bloody Teeth. I believe both of these are Kepler tracks. Okay, everyone beat me to that. There's Beyond Light. There's Be Brave. I believe we heard this in one of their recent live streams, so this is definitely a Kepler track. Some tension, creepiness in there. Oh, that's Resist the Legion. I am very curious why the Resist the Legion melody's back. Adds only echoes remain. So we got some Vex related stuff in here too, because Maya's theme, that echo theme, is here. That's Inner Light. Creepiness again. Okay, we're probably in our pre-outs now. It sounds like it's building up to an ending. Yep. Okay.
That was Dented Helmets and Bloody Teeth by Peter Schlosser. Freshy. This track had the Echoes motif, and Michael Seacrest is not credited, so that must not be it. We've been really curious because Michael Seacrest is credited for a lot of these, and just based on what we remembered hearing in the stream, we can't really figure out why.
I'm assuming he did some kind of palette sound, and we're not sure what it is, and it must not be in the Josh track.
Anyway, let's listen to another track. This is Inside and Through by Rhoda Moav.
That means it's a new one we haven't heard yet. Okay, yeah, we definitely have not heard this yet. Is this a Vex track? Rotom is a god at sound design, so this is definitely what I was expecting. Already. Oh, this is definitely Vex. This is definitely Vex. Dude, Rotom is so good at this stuff. That was cool. The Edge of Fate motif like that. Oh, this is awesome! Oh my goodness. I have been craving new Rotom Vex music forever. The last time we had this was Hypernet Current. Dude, Rotom is going crazy right now. Okay, that's absolutely the path. That is absolutely the path. I saw someone in the chat say the path. Why is the path in here, though? Okay, drums are picking up. I love how electronic he gets with the drums too. It almost sounds like a dubstep track with the drums. This is a very unique Vex track for Destiny. Is that Guardian? That's Guardian. I'm sad that Rotom only has 2 tracks. It sounds like Rotom is cooking. I don't even know where this plays. Is this raid music? Is this in the strike? Is there even a strike? Be brave. Wait, no, that's Rise. They didn't even credit C-Paul. Oh my goodness. Rotom, you outdid yourself. And this isn't even the last track. Holy Rotom.
Woo!
What?
Why
the
did
heck?
Rotom cook so hard for this? What the? Where does this play?
That might just be my favorite Vex track since D1 Vanilla. I'm gonna be
Probably.
real. That's the
That
best
was
Vex track in 10 years.
that was so unique.
I'm
as
gonna
a Vex
hold my
track.
breath on saying best Vex track until we get to the Vex remix, because I'm curious what that's gonna be.
For sure.
It's so funny how we're starved for Vex content so often.
Honestly,
And-
yeah.
Every time we get like a Vex track, more often than not, it's usually one of the best tracks.
Every time we get
Looking at
crumbs.
Incantation and Sanctified Mind.
I've been wanting more of this since Curse of Osiris.
Yeah.
I miss Curse
Yeah,
of Osiris's
that-
music.
That high action was crazy. Personally,
Yeah,
though,
Those
I still
drums, though.
think,
Those drums.
if I have to guess, I think there is an ambient attached to this, and this is just a destination action. Personally,
Probably.
I
I-
very highly
considering how
doubt.
short,
I'm-
considering how short this soundtrack is, I don't think there's a lot of room for mission exclusive tracks.
Yeah.
So I would expect most of these to either be part of the Kepler palette or to be part of the raid. Maybe this is for the activity that they teased
Yeah,
and
this
didn't want to
is-
show. That's an option. But even then, I would be shocked if that activity didn't just use the destination palette, just like Wellspring does, like every expansion destination activity basically does.
Yeah. I definitely
By
don't
the way-
think this is Kepler Patrol. This does not sound like destination music to me at all.
We'll get to Paul. We'll get to Paul later, because this actually features a remix of a track that uses a Paul melody. The Paul melody, actually.
I was about to say the.
Well, he did more than one, but that's the famous one. Anyway, this is the grand design by Josh Mosser.
Okay, yeah. I assumed Grand Design was this one. We have heard this one. I do believe this is a destination track. They have definitely adjusted the drum mix on this for the soundtrack since the stream music. Okay. Getting into action territory. That was a new motif. This mix sounds so much better than the last one. The older version I've heard. That's Be Brave. This might be the only Edge of Fate track with a drum kit. Guardian. I really like what Josh is doing with the chords here. I think that was also the new motif again there. I don't know what that motif represents yet, but that is definitely like something that shows up more than once in other tracks too. And now we're in our pre-outs. Building up to our ending. Yeah, if this is giving anyone the same vibes as Unmade, the Witness track from Salvation's Edge, it is the same composer. Same composer as First Disciple and Nyrophobia too. And I'm assuming that's some of their like Kepler palette there at the end. That's really cool.
Ooh, yeah, that was good.
That's good. That's good.
I really like this mix more than the
Yeah.
older one.
Yeah, they were very clearly unfinished mixes
Yeah.
in the dev stream. So I'm glad that I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't say it at the time, but like listening to them more, I was like, I hope this is either YouTube compression or that these are unfinished mixes because they're definitely not like up to usual standard. But this 100% is. So I'm very, very happy about that.
This is the first track that we've heard with a second new motif, something that'll show up again in multiple other tracks. We don't know what it's what the meaning behind it is. I would assume it has something to do with House Exile or the Archon guy or the Giver guy, whatever the villains are. It could also be a 9 related motif, I'm not sure.
Anyway, 2 Minutes Ahead by Peter Schlosser. There we go.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's
I'm
do it.
ready. Okay, we've heard this one. This is our second Peter track. Hey, there's that motif I was just talking about. We don't know what it means. I guess it would be the grand design motif? I don't know. I don't know what the grand design is. It's definitely a very ominous motif, whatever it means. There it is again. We're already in action. Inner light? No? Not inner light. A lot of tension. There's the Ikora motif. Yeah, that's the Ikora motif. No, that doesn't mean Io is back. It just means Ikora is involved in the story in some way. Which we already know. Orbit track? No. That's the B motif right there, yeah. That is chanting, but that's not Latin. I'm not gonna mark that on my bingo. Guardian. There's Guardian. Rio? Yeah. With how much it was building up to the end, I expected that. That's Peter track
I
number
think that
2.
might be one of my favorite uses of Rise of all time.
I like that one.
Same, yeah.
I really like the added leading tones in Rise there. Normally it's just da 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 da, but now it was like ba 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 ba. It's just it like makes it a little more spicy. I like it a lot.
I didn't even notice that that could have been a Rise melody. I just assumed that was something new.
There's been a lot of Rise in these tracks so far. That and like Inner Light, they're really leaning on, but that's I'm here for it.
The Linguist by Brendan Williams.
My goat.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So far, this is my favorite one. This is the one that we've already heard from the stream. It's the Echoes Remains theme. And it started out with the Beyond Light theme. I should have pointed that out. There's the Echoes motif again. Here because of the Choral Vex and Maya Sunderish. Okay, now we're in action. This definitely has Keep a Voices vibes. There's the Echoes motif again. I think this is 7/4. Peak Beyond Light motif. Absolute peak. This would work so good as a DPS theme. I'm sure Beyond Light's probably here because of the dark matter powers that we're getting. That's Be Brave. I really love the choir. I just wish this one was longer. I wish there was more to it. Absolute
Welcome
peak.
back, Brendan. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Bresci.
Not-
okay, welcome.
Not that,
Yeah.
Brendan. Not that, Brendan. A
Dude,
different Brendan.
this is Keep of Voices 2 in my eyes, because like I
Yeah.
always saw Keep
Probably
of
in terms of
Voices-
being shafted on the soundtrack too. That was
Oh
2
yeah,
minutes
no,
long.
100%.
I'm
There's
so
gotta be
hyped
a
to hear
longer
the full
version in
version
the
of
game.
that.
Well, what if
Yeah,
that
like
is? What if that
it's
is
criminal
the
that the
full
full
version?
ambient isn't on here.
Well, how do we know
Uh,
that there's more?
I mean, this is 100% a destination track. I think. Like
It is. I believe that too. But how do we know that the ambient isn't just this but stripped? And that's
I mean, it
why they're
might
releasing
be.
it this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I think there's very much a reason why they're releasing remixes in place of what they would normally do by just splitting the ambient and actions.
Right.
It's probably because the
Yeah.
ambients are the actions but just stripped, and they didn't feel like releasing the same track twice. Now, I would love to be wrong. If there is a
the
full
thing,
length
though-
ambient that we haven't heard, I would love to be wrong and have that be a thing we can hear.
The reason why I'm saying that this feels like Keep of Voices 2, though, I was saying it in chat. I always see Keep of Voices as like it was the first track to properly like alternate motifs like that between Forsaken and Inner Light, and that's like the most
Yeah.
iconic section of that track. And now here in like the climax of this track, it's alternating between Beyond Light and Guardian, and it just feels like structurally very similar. And considering how big the chat was popping off, I'm assuming in terms of like how much it's going to be loved by the community down the line, very similar. So yeah, welcome
I
back,
think it
Brendan.
depends on if it plays in a memorable spot.
That
also.
does. Yeah, but the thing is, like that Keep of Voices Forsaken section doesn't even play in the Riven fight.
That's true. The famous parts with like the Inner Light thing, that does
Yeah, it
not
does
play
not
in
play.
Riven.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
throw
it does
out
not.
that I made videos based off how the game plays, how the game's scripted, the Riven encounter, and I uploaded it, and it's only 4 minutes long because it's
Yeah.
just
Now,
it's so short because it doesn't play all that.
Also, can I just say this next track title I think is one of the coolest track titles in a soundtrack ever.
You is an idea you have.
Yeah.
You is an idea you had. Like that feels so like I
Yeah.
love the mystery behind that. I think that's really, really sick.
You is an idea you had. It's a very interesting name. Let's see if we've heard this one. We have heard this one. Okay. This is definitely a Kepler destination track. Alright. I love that cello. Slowly going into action. Yeah, I think we're already in action actually. We're definitely in action now. Hey, be brave. Only echoes remain. There's that Peter, like, evil sounding section. He does that a lot. definitely sounds like his music and echoes. There's Resist the Legion. Oh, I didn't even notice that we were doing pre-outs. That was quick.
That was nice.
Man, is it
Yeah,
just
that was
me,
pretty
or do
nice.
I really feel like some of these tracks are getting cut short on the soundtrack?
I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that
it
one
kinda
was
does.
in pre-outs. It just ended.
Like I don't know, that track felt like there's more to it.
There was more like in the stream. There was like a little
There
bit
was.
they
Oh
cut
damn.
out.
I'm good
Both
to
of
go.
these next two Peter tracks should be things that we've never heard. So I'm
Oh,
excited
wonderful.
for
They
these.
who manipulated
Oh,
you is
this
also a
next one has an
banger track
O'Donnell
title.
credit. Will it be the Tribulation? Will it be the Path? Will it
My
be something
guess
else?
it'll be the path.
If it's
again,
Tribulation, I
but-
get bingo.
Me too, actually.
Tribulation
Me too.
would be nuts.
Well, so
I
like,
would.
given that Maya's involved, they could do it.
They could, yeah.
All right, we good?
Yep, let's
yeah,
go.
Let's go.
All right,
Who
this is
manipulated
They
you.
Who Manipulated You by Peter Schlosser.
Yep, we have definitely not heard this. Guardian. Very synthy Guardian. I actually agree. I think this is raid music. This and Inside and Through sound very different to what we've heard. That's Tribulation! That's Tribulation! That's Tribulation! Let's go! That's a bingo. Okay, so Raid definitely has Vex. Definitely has Maya. That's what I'm getting out of this. Beyond Light. Only echoes remain. Okay, yeah. Ooh, creepy Tribulation. Yeah, this has to be raid. Well, this is a long one too. This is 5 minutes, almost. Only echoes remain. Used in a very similar way to the encore music. A lot of Guardian. And a lot of tribulation. Yeah, this just sounds like a continuation of the encore music. The synths and drums in this are crazy. So that means it has to be Vex Raid. I don't know why I didn't clock that. Yeah. That'd be brave. Really cool. This raid music goes crazy though. We're in our pre-outs. I could tell when Peter's building up. Yep. Alrighty.
Well, speak of the
Wow.
Tribulation Devil.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's
Bingo.
Yeah, congrats on the bingo.
I guess it's a dual bingo because me and Owen both get
Yeah,
it.
we
Yeah.
tie.
If there's
Okay, so
music
Bresci,
on
I
for
know you
house
do not
club,
think that is a destination track, but hear me out. Okay, there are two groups like usual. Just there have not many tracks in them. One is the ones we've been hearing, and then like the other destination palette is Vex.
We're gonna need to hear a lot more Vex tracks popping up for that to be the case. This sounds very tonally different from the stuff that I've kind of associated with Kepler Patrol from that stream preview. And I think there's a reason they didn't include this music in that preview. So I want to say this one and Inside and Through are raid. Because they sound very different to what we've heard.
I don't think it would be raid. I think it would be associated with... they specifically said after you complete the campaign, there is an activity that unlocks. We don't want to say anything about it because we don't want to spoil anything. My guess is that that activity could just take place in Kepler Patrol-ish. Because, you know, with all the world tiers and shit. My guess is that it is some sort of... The campaign is mostly focused around the Elixni. And then post-campaign / post-raid, you have that Vex activity that a lot of these tracks would appear in. So they would technically maybe still be a part of the Kepler palette. It would just be very tonally different because it's a tonally different part in the story. I don't know.
This is going to be hard for me to say for some reason. I can feel it. Infinite Temporality by Peter Schlosser. We good?
Yep.
this is gonna
You
be
actually
a
nailed
good
it.
set,
You nailed the
and then he says it
pronunciation.
perfectly.
If this is another very Vex-like one, I think raid has to be Vex. That's Echoes Remain. Yeah. Vex for sure. Sorry I'm being way more quiet with these. I've never heard these, so I'm just trying to like analyze them in real time. The change to action is really cool. The syzygy, like clacky drums, those are really cool. There's so much bass in those drums. I really like the sound design of those drums, that's really cool. I love it when it sounds like robots are talking in the drums. Tribulation. That doesn't have an O'Donnell credit. Yeah, that has to be Raid. Raid music.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I-
Raid music.
No, it's
This
Orbit.
is the first one where I'd agree with you. Yes.
It's very Orbit coded.
Okay.
Someone had to say it.
Can I point out something really weird about this that I noticed?
Yeah.
Oh, go
what's
ahead.
up?
Okay, so I'm gonna play the end of the previous track really quick.
Like the way it seamlessly transitions?
Yeah, did anyone else notice that, like, this previous track literally has 0 seconds of actual silence at the end? The fade out never actually makes it
Wow.
all the way.
Yeah.
It was really frustrating to try and pause it. Like, look at this. It's still going, and the next track has started, and the fade out
Oh,
from
yeah,
the previous
no,
is
that
still
Oh
going.
my god.
I think that's part of the same system then.
Yeah, because, like, so first of all, they have done that by accident a few times, but they have done it on purpose more times than not.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go and look at the Forsaken soundtrack and you listen to Thin Line and Once Upon a Time in the Reef, you'll notice that the decay of Thin Line continues into Once Upon a Time in the Reef. That's
It's
because those
really
are
nice.
actually the same track. All right, we good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so why is that melody here? Why is the path in this? I really want to know why that theme's here. This is probably a campaign thing. Yeah, because it has the like House of Exiles theme again. House of Exile or Giver or Great Design, whatever it is. Interlay. Yeah, I'm guessing this is like final campaign mission. Because it's called Bring the Hall. The Hall is the thing on Drifter's ship, right? And it's using Resist the Legion because of Drifter? Here's the insane Guardian section. I love this. Yeah, there's that House of Exile or Archon Giver theme, whatever. We haven't heard this theme in any of the like synthy Vex tracks, so that I think is an indicator that this is separate from that. I don't think this is Raid. And then huge Guardian. Yeah, but why is the path here? Why does it end with the path? Why does one of the Vex tracks have the path? Hold on.
Mike told Brendan when he first heard Keep a Voice that, like, damn, you used that motif better than I ever could. Do you think Brendan took that as a fucking challenge to do that
Yeah,
just
right?
with every motif in this fucking series?
For
I
the
feel like
record,
the past few...
I think
go
it's
on.
really unlikely that one of these future tracks surpasses this one as my favorite.
Yeah, no, I think Break What You Must is extremely interesting. I'm gonna need to hear it a lot more for me to decide what I actually think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still an inside
So-
and through person.
Is it just me, or like the past few years they keep trying to one-up their use of the Guardians and Inner Light
Yeah.
motif? Just like, let's make it go even harder. We thought like Onirophobia was the peak of it, but no, we just keep going.
Dude, I mean, I still don't know if this tops like Onirophobia's use of it.
I think Custom Finality has the best Guardian use.
Cusp of Finality is a really good one. This is
That is
true.
a really good one, yeah.
So I got a theory. I think this is the final campaign mission track.
Yes.
The
I agree.
path being here has something like huge implications. I have no idea for what. There's another track that we heard that had that same path melody. It was a very Vex-like track. I
Yeah.
think that
yeah.
track takes place after this one, like in the timeline of when we would hear it.
Right.
That track must be for the destination activity, which they said was a post-campaign thing that they didn't want to spoil. I think that path melody has some
Yeah.
connection to this thing that they don't want to spoil. And I also think the Vex tracks with Tribulation are separate from this. The tracks that
Yeah.
had Tribulation, I think, are
Yeah.
Raid.
Before we go into Break What You Must, I think there are a couple of things that you should know before going into it, because I know people always have very high expectations for what they think is the final raid track. And obviously, we have had 3 pyramid raids back to back with, banger tracks all throughout. Onirophobia, First Disciple, both were like game changers in terms of Destiny music. This is extremely, extremely, very, very, very fucking different. So I want you to go into this track with absolutely zero expectations of what a final raid boss track might or might not sound like, because whatever expectation you might have, this is not that. This is something entirely different. Even in my opinion, for Rotom, he's gone into places where, like, I think are almost like a superlative of where we have heard him go before. This is not me trying to hype it up. This is just...
Well, you're succeeding at it.
I'm
Yeah,
letting
for
you
real.
know that this is very different. So drop the expectations that you have and just sit down for the ride.
Okay.
Well, I'm hyped.
All right. Break What You Must by Rotom Moav or
Oh boy.
Moav.
Let's do it. Starting off very synthy, very electronic drums, same as like what I was expecting for the raid. Carrying on that Vex feel. I am expecting this to be the final raid boss track for the raid. Yeah, this is definitely Vex. Okay. Picking up. Okay, that's the path. That was the path. Why is the path here? Okay. Okay. We are changing so many different rhythms and drums. This is crazy different to what I was expecting for raid music. I am digging this so much. Only echoes remain. Okay, absolutely a Vex raid. If that doesn't confirm it, nothing else does. Inner light? They rarely use that part of Inner Light. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Okay. Drums are kind of taking a seat back now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Beyond Light! I was like, okay, I remember that melody. What is that from? That's Beyond Light. That's cool. They don't use that part of Beyond Light a lot. Oh my goodness, Rotom. This is insane. What kind of raid is this? Oh my god. It's just Vex Rave the raid. You could just straight up play this at a dance club and no one would bat an eye. Okay, now we're in our final stand. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So I hope I did that justice with what I said
You sure
before
did.
going
Oh my
into
God.
it.
That was
I
fucking
am-
awesome.
Shit.
I was afraid that y'all thought that I was like overselling it or that I was kidding. No, this shit's different.
That is
Have
yeah,
fun
very different.
assembling that, Bresci.
Yeah. Oh my
It's gonna
god.
be him. My ass
Wait,
is gonna
what?
go in there too.
Oh, have
Dude,
fun.
the
assembling.
fucking rhythm switches to like the 12/8, the triplet rhythms is so good, man.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that feels like that's probably one of the most. It's very much still a Destiny track. Like, obviously, there's a lot of Destiny isms you can hear in it, but like that's one of the most non-Destiny tracks we've had in a new release in a while. Like that felt so
Yeah.
not traditional, and on a first listen, I genuinely wasn't sure what to think about it. I was just like, "Damn, that was a hell of a ride." On a second listen, no, I'm very on board with this. I love wherever the fuck this went.
So the path. The path in this.
Yeah, Path is in it.
Yeah.
Pass to the rave floor.
So that means whatever happens at the end of the campaign, I assume, also leads directly to the raid.
Yeah.
I mean, likely, right?
Yeah. Promethean Rotom heard you talking about like Hypernet not using the second half of the Beyond Light theme personally, and made sure to include it in this track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just the random inner light in there, just
Yeah,
suddenly,
that part
kind
that-
of out of nowhere.
Just like the like
Just to
one part
remind
of
you,
inner
it's a
light that
Destiny
no one
track.
hears.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the motifs in here are almost just there to go like, no, you're still playing Destiny. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Everything's fine. You're still in Destiny.
Are you guys ready for some total tonal whiplash here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
going from that to this next track is gonna be insane.
Okay, so this is, I assume, have not listened. I assume this is the song from the first few seconds of the trailer.
It is, yes.
And
I
I
can
don't-
confirm that it is.
I don't think this is made just for the trailer. Just a heads up.
No,
I think
it
this
was
will
not.
show up in a cutscene in the game.
I wonder where this will play.
My
I assume
guess
it's a cutscene.
is that it is from indeed the CGI cutscene that
Yeah.
you see
Right.
some bits from in the launch trailer.
Right.
My guess is that this is the song that plays during Lodi's introduction in wherever the fuck he's about to be pulled from into our timeline / universe /
In any case,
this is, I would describe it, both in title and in song, the spiritual successor to Hope for the Future.
If I could choose just one day,
Okay, going from Break What You Must to this is insane.
again,
This is Orbit!
I'd go back to the start
This is Orbit
when you
music.
stole my heart and love rushed in. But I know it's far too late, 'cause I'm stuck right here today, dreaming of a
Yeah, okay. This is definitely the song from that trailer. The cutscene.
Now
That's really cool. They made a new original song for that.
it's like it phone don't ring, baby. And when I see you in a crowd and call your name out loud, it's like you don't hear a thing. Like a king who lost his crown. If you need me, I'll be around, dreaming of the past.
It's actually a really good song, too. This is very, very not Destiny from, like, for Destiny standards, but hey, I invite it. I accept it. This is the DPS phase part.
But the memory still remains as I hang my head in shame, dreaming of the past.
You can't do a Destiny song without Destiny in the lyrics, though. Come on. Throw Destiny in there somewhere. Unless he said it already and I missed it.
I'm dreaming, baby, dreaming of the past.
So much, man.
That's really good. I like
I
it.
actually really like that.
yeah, that was really good. That
Yeah.
like the lyrics are actually really kind of fitting for that sort of yin and yang. Because like the beginning, we're hoping for the future. In 10 years,
Yeah.
we're nostalgic and looking back. That's
Yeah.
actually a really cool parallel. Anyway, Transept remix.
Probably, yeah.
Interesting. It is the Court of Oryx theme from D1. I don't know why it's called Transept. I don't hear any parts of Transept in this. Just for context, these remixes they play in the solo ops activities. That's Visions of Oryx, okay. So there's Taken and whatever activity this is. There's the key change. It's keeping the same structure and like the percussion elements and stuff as the original track. Oh, they didn't include the like choir part. Okay, why is that Transept?
Why is it? Yeah, why is it called Transept?
That is not Transept. That's Court of Oryx.
Yeah, no, I was very
So-
confused about that too, because that's Court of
I-
Oryx. That's not
I-
Transept.
Yeah,
I do also...
for those who don't know, when we first got the track titles, I was actually really annoyed because I was like, oh wait, so they remixed the Dreadnought Patrol track, but they couldn't at least have done like the Aftermath or something, or one of the ones we didn't already have a title for.
Yeah.
But
And then
apparently
they didn't
did
even-
Court of Oryx.
And then they
do
didn't
video.
even, yeah.
So I want to say this. There's some discussion there about how like kind of vexy it sounds versus like maybe it's more 9. These are
Yeah.
more 9. There's some like parts of the prophecy palette that I could actually hear in some of this, and
For sure.
there are some warbly like whatever that they're doing that call back to a certain group of cutscenes that we got with Ride of the 9.
Oh, and
It's not
remember
gonna be
we
anything
were
new.
talking about the secrets credits in the other tracks? What if it's because
Yeah.
they reuse prophecy like synth or palette stuff
True.
that Secrets made?
I could see that. You were saying like these Secrets credits
Yeah.
could have been because they use prophecy stuff, or like stuff that maybe Secrets made for these. All right, the Trickster.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, the Trickster remix. I really love the Trickster, so I'm curious how they change this up. And I wonder which solo ops mission has this. Is there a Tangled Shore solo ops mission? It does sound like the same synths and stuff used in Prophecy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was definitely a Prophecy synth. Okay, we're in action now. Okay, yeah, absolutely Prophecy palette. And the man they called Kid. Oh, we skipped ahead. Yeah, definitely Prophecy. It's like they combined Trickster and Prophecy. Or the synths from Prophecy. From the Kel Echo track. It seems they've reordered the track for this. Very interesting mix, though. Okay.
Forsaken does this every time. Every time there's a Forsaken track, it skips the best part. God damn
My
it.
guess is that best part is actually present too, is the funny thing. Like, it probably is actually in the game. My guess is that they did remix the full system so that there's like ambient tension, action, high action, wherever like present.
Is that the same soundtrack added as the original?
I think it is, yes.
No, I don't think it is.
No?
I don't think it is.
I don't
either.
think so. I don't remember the soundtrack version rearranging parts like that. So do we think Seekers made these before he was laid off, or do you think...
I think so.
Yeah.
Do we think they reached out after the fact and were just like, hey, did you want to do some remixes for us?
I could see it.
I cannot imagine these being made before October
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah, honestly, it would complicate the timeline too much if these were made
And these
that long
very
ago.
much do sound like they were made by him.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, yeah, that is a production credit for Seacrest. That's not just because it's like using some prophecy elements or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, that
Like,
that
these were
is- that is him.
100% like remixed by Seacrest.
And if they did get him to do these after he was laid off, like, that's really cool of them to reach out and just try to, like,
Yeah.
fix that relationship. I'm very curious to hear this one. Alright, let's go. Yeah, service and sacrifice, because that's the ambient too, all in. It's really cool hearing Lightfall music remixed this way. Oh, it's a very abrupt ending, though. There's All In. Okay, I really like that. Who knew All In, or Yeah. Oh, they skipped the discipline part. I meant to say discipline. I hope that's shortened from what it actually is. I like that a lot.
I love his
I'm-
take on that discipline part
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much, dude.
Yeah.
I love it
I
so
wanna
That
much.
was
know-
great.
I want to
really-
know what the
One of
first
those like I
discipline
never
parts
know.
sound like.
Yeah, I really
One of
hope
those,
it's
I
cut
never knew I
short.
needed this until I had it type things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vex.
Holy shit.
The Vex.
I'm actually
VVEX.
really hyped to hear this one.
Yeah,
This
same.
one's
I'm
interesting.
excited to
melody.
hear This one.
Curious which Paul McCartney melody they have.
Right.
I mean,
this is
it's
the
probably
only Paul
just the
McCartney
one-
credit on the
It's
soundtrack.
probably just the same one that was in the original The Vex.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
actually,
is.
there were multiple in
Yeah,
the original
that's what
The
I'm
Vex,
talking
weren't
about.
There
there?
were, yeah.
There was the prison one and
Yeah,
there was
The
that
Vex
fast
has
one.
multiple Paul McCartney melodies.
I'm
Right.
curious which one it has.
Same. All right, we good?
Yep, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
The Vex. So this will play on one of the Nessus solo ops missions. That's one of those 9 tracks. Okay. There's the drum kit. I'm waiting for the music of the sphere melodies. Tense. Okay. Does this just not have the music of the sphere melodies, but they credit them anyway? They're not gonna have a music of the spirit melody, are they? It doesn't even end with the path one.
Bruh!
It just doesn't have any melodies. It just
I
doesn't
think
have
the
any-
McCartney credit
What?
is just there because he had a credit on the original The Vest.
I guess
What is
so.
going on with these credits and tracks? Like, we have people
Dude.
not credited for tracks. We have people
Fucking
credited
Paul
for
McCartney
wrong tracks.
motif
We have
edging.
wrong track
Jesus.
names. What is going on here?
I feel lied to.
I mean, it was good, but I was just waiting for the rest.
No, I in my head I was constantly going da da da. Where is
Yeah,
it? Where is
same.
it?
It's
Come
like,
on,
where
huh?
is it?
Damn, I guess this is
Wait.
the true edge of fate was the edging for motifs we made along the way.
And
Wait,
the
are
way
we
it's
gonna do
used is
Hunted?
really cool. Yeah,
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
let's
the
go.
I'm
Hunted.
very curious
This
why
one's
the
interesting.
Hunted one they picked. Why is the Hunted one of these? Can you imagine this has the dog howls? There's our action. This is such a weird mix. That's such a weird mix.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot to say. It's just like, why is this on Earth? Why is this track play on Earth?
Because Leviathan isn't available.
Burden of Sacrifice
Yep.
remix
Yeah, let's go.
by Larissa.
Is the final shape theme. That's part of Burn of Sacrifice, so that's not new. It still has the witness motif, but they took away the pyramid synth. Alright, now we're in Perseverate. Okay, yeah, they're skipping around this track. Yeah, they definitely took out the pyramid synth. They're keeping everything else though. No choir? Really? Okay, now we're in high action. They didn't release this part. The original version. Yep, I already know. I got the order right. You don't have to shove it in my face still. Oh, they definitely shortened that part up. Okay, there should be a choir now. Yep, okay. Got our pre-outs. That synth sounds new, and I know there's drum elements of this that are new. Interesting. There are some interesting parts of that I wanted to mention. So they removed the pyramid synth. They kept the witness melody and the final shape melody.
They removed the pyramid synth just to stop you from getting bingo.
There's definitely like an action and high action separation because they did
100%.
They went to high action in the halfway point of that action. The drums I noticed, I believe it's the same drums from either the Fallen or the Hive from D1, like the damaged dumpster drums.
Huh.
I don't know if anyone else caught that. Those, I think that would count as a reused drums for the bingo.
Yeah.
I would count that.
Bingo.
And yeah, there was just very vague, like very subtle elements added to this. It sounded mostly like the original track. I could barely tell like what was the remix stuff. There was new stuff added.
Right?
I definitely heard new stuff.
The last track, Frigid Tomb, as remixed by Larissa.
All right, last track. Okay. This one's definitely leaning more into the remix territory. And we got Pyramid. Okay. Dude, we still got Fallen Empire in the back there. I hear you, Horns. I hear you. Are we going to Lament or not? Come on. I need to hear the action. Okay, we skipped a bit. Come on. I need to hear Lament, please. No Lament. That's sad. There better be a Lament remix in the game then. That is insane bait. Where's my Lament? It better be in the game.
My guess is that it is there. I would be shocked if they only decide to remix
Yeah.
one intensity of a music system.
Are you
Yeah.
lamenting its loss?
I'm Promethean. Hey, buddy. Hey, man.
Get out!